Oh, well, of course, I am the still alive Acid Betty, and you are watching the Petty Betty podcast with my
Yeah.
lovely sisters.
Yes, I'm the barely alive diabetes.
You barely alive, a lot of McGriddles. I'm sick.
We're
I'm
sick of
sick.
you. You're
Okay,
sick?
so
What do you
yeah,
have?
how'd you get
um,
sick? Disneyland?
well,
Disney World?
I that's part of my rose and thorn. I think should I just go
Oh,
first since I'm talking about
go.
it?
See?
So my rose is I got to go to Disney and experience the transfer from Halloween to Christmas, which is really cool. It was like boom, Christmas. It was like really cool.
Okay,
So that
question about that. Does
yeah.
does it literally like it just automatically like you step into when do they do it? They have to do it when people are in at the park.
No, I
Like it's
think
not
they
like
do it because they
Tinkerbell.
close. They
They
close
do
at
it
like
overnight.
9. Yeah, they close at 9 now. So that gives them 12
Okay.
hours essentially to transfer things over. And it was
So it's
just
not
really,
magic.
no, it's not, but it was really weird like to see everybody dressed in Halloween stuff. Everyone there was wearing like an orange t-shirt. And then the next day they were all wearing Christmas t-shirts. It was like crazy.
And what t-shirt did you wear? Because I loved it.
I wore a I Love Hot Dads t-shirt
Oh,
in the font
right.
of I Love New York and the I Love New York t-shirts, but I really was not expecting the amount of positive comments I got, especially from straight men. One was like, "Thanks for the support." Another woman was like, "That's my husband. He's a hot dad." Like it was like crazy. My friend was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you wore that at the end of the night, at the beginning of the day." And then by the end of the night, she was like, "I cannot believe how many compliments you got on that shirt." I'm like, "This is my new official Disney t-shirt, like
Girl, I was like,
100%."
I'm actually really surprised they let you, like, all the cast members let you keep it on. Like,
I
I feel like
did
that was something they would
notice
be like, no.
I did notice that the characters steered away from me. Like when we went to character like brunches or character lunches and the characters were walking around, they would like
Hmm.
take photos with everybody else at the table, but they would like get away from me. Like you know what I mean?
That's sickening. I love that
Um,
actually.
but my thorn is I think I was in Florida for 12 days. I went to Fort Lauderdale first and then I went to Orlando. And my
Ooh.
thorn is I think I got sick from the temperature change because I went from like 82 degrees to like 55 here and I just all my sinuses just hit the wall. Like I'm literally so stuffy. It's not even
Uh-huh.
funny.
It's starting to get
Did you
cold, bitch.
did you
Yeah.
fly?
I did fly. Well, I flew to Fort Lauderdale and then I took the train to Orlando, which I highly recommend because I think a flight to from Fort Lauderdale to Orlando was 30 minutes, but a train from Fort Lauderdale to Orlando was 3 hours. And if you figure in like getting to the airport, paying for that Uber, going through
Hmm.
security, getting on the plane, getting off the plane. You're basically traveling for 3 hours anyway. So it was just
Yeah.
much easier to just deal with the train for that short trip than it was to fly again. Yeah.
It's a good nap. You could take a sickening nap on a 3-hour train ride,
Oh,
especially.
I watched a documentary about the BTK killer.
Oh, is that the one on Netflix?
Yes, like my
Is it the one
father
where
BTK.
yeah, the
Yeah.
daughter? Girl, I had to
Yeah.
stop watching it. I was just like, there's so many like cynical, dark things on all the streaming like apps right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cynical?
Is that the right word? Yeah, cynical. Just like
I think
everything makes you
so.
feel like life is like end of world doom. Like it's just like
Yeah.
not good for the brain, I don't think.
Wait,
I
what
But
think the
happened?
running motif of that documentary was like she wanted you to feel bad for her and like
yeah, I mean, she had no control over her dad being a psychopath,
yeah.
Yeah, it's true. That's crazy.
you
I
know.
saw
And
so
Yeah.
she goes back to the house, right? And like the neighbor starts yelling at her.
to
Well, the
go to
house is like
leave, yeah.
leveled. The house was leveled because of
Right.
everything that happened.
But she
But
went
she
to the
went back.
property. Like to
Yes.
like a flat piece of whatever. And she's like, I haven't been back here. And then some neighbor was like, go away, you don't have to live with this every day like we do.
Well,
Yeah,
whenever
yeah,
she
yeah.
was when she was like because there was one point
Crazy.
in that scene where she was like oh my God, I think they're staring at me. And in my brain I was like, oh, she's just really like paranoid from the trauma that she's endured. And then it
Mhm.
actually happened and I'm like, oh my God, no, that is crazy that they were yelling at her to get away. Like she's some like crazy Acid, what was your rose and thorn, babe?
Jeez, I forgot what we were talking about. Well, my rose is that I got to finally go to some like haunted houses around here because I think I was
Mm-hmm.
telling you that I have like a bunch around here. I finally went to one that I drove by. I guess I'm not a big horror movie person, so I don't watch them. I think it's
Uh-huh.
because I don't really believe it. I think that's why I don't really watch them. Like I really need my like I need you to go real heavy on the fantasy, like real go in. If it's like horror
Hmm.
and they're like they think they're scaring me, like I don't really get scared because I get like I get that it's
It's
Hollywood.
cheesy. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think there was a movie called Hell House that's
Okay.
Okay.
recent. I think one of the movies was filmed at this house because they have a house that's one of the haunted houses. They had like four experiences. One was a house,
Ooh, that's
but the
cool.
house was like a restaurant, and they told me that before I went in. And then when I went in, because I'm a big observer, I could tell that
Uh-huh.
everything was restaurant themed.
Did it smell like
So
a
like we
restaurant? Like
no,
grease?
but you can smell like the mold, like the old, like that old house or old
That
building moldy smell.
must.
Like yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
would come in and out. That was like I literally was like, "Ooh, you can smell the mold." There was like a drag queen. Like it was interesting because instead of like, because now I'm like thinking about it because I used to produce like make these instead of like jumping out of nowhere scares, which is common. I don't feel
Mm-hmm.
like there was a lot of those in any of the experiences. In all these experiences, everyone was like a character, so it was very heavy in acting. So, like
Okay.
the bell, whatever guy who has the luggage, he was a whole character. And then there was like an elevator operator, he was a character. And then I think there was a drag queen character because like we walk into like a bar, and this person just
Mm-hmm.
turns around. She was like, "Oh yeah, you think you're amazing," and it's just starts like just like basically trying to read people.
I gotta
Uh-huh.
love that.
I thought it was like funny, and then she pointed me try to say something, and I literally just sat down. I was like, "Oh, honey, Ginger Minge was better than you," and that's not saying much. And she was just like, "And yeah," but it was really it was a fun experience. So that was my rose because I like to see. I love haunted houses. Like I want I want to make one and do stuff. So like it was fun to
Well, you're such
see.
a like sensory person. Like even when we were talking about like the smell of it,
Yeah,
that kind of gives it all to you. I feel like they've gotten really good at the sensory in terms of the smell of haunted houses now. They're like pumping shit through
but they
there.
and I'll say they didn't. Like I'm a
They
little
didn't.
neurotic. They
Mm,
did
okay.
not. And that's what I'm saying is like I'm like very into like temperatures because you can control, especially on the inside houses, you can control temperatures. You can make it really cold, you can make it really warm. You can do smells. You
That'd
can
give
do
me a
really
panic
horrible
attack.
smells
A
like
really warm haunted house would give
yeah,
me a
but
panic attack. Oh my God.
I would do both in my haunted houses always, but like I don't know,
Oof.
they had some cool laser moments and things like that, but it could have been better to be honest. Like but it was cute for a local haunted house. I mean, it was pretty kind of fierce the way with the way the experiences were and the lines and the cues. They were really heavy acting, so props to them because they like literally they were all they had like a Hollywood version. So there was like Freddy Krueger and Jason and Jeepers Creepers, and they kind of did all these different
Okay.
movies. So
Uh-huh.
like every single time you turn the corner, there was like another bitch screaming like for help. And then out of nowhere comes the killer. So at some point we'd be like, "What is this?" And some girl would be like, help me, no, he's coming!" And then like Freddy Krueger would show up, and we'd be like, "Wake up, bitch, wake up, you dumb bitch." But it was cute. It was fun.
Do you go to these
Yeah. And then my
stoned? Do you go to them stoned or no?
I don't think I can get stoned enough to be affected by stonage in my experience.
So
Is
you
that what
stay
you mean?
stoned. Like you're just staying stoned.
Yeah. But
Okay.
also it's in my personality. Anyone who knows me as a kid is I like don't take me to any theater or stage or anything that's like performance because I will ruin it. And it's not on purpose. It's just I like
Just
I'm
who you
looking at the
are.
proscenium. Yeah, I'm looking at the roof. Like I just want to know what's going on and how is it going on. And so that's how I'm with magic. That's how I was with this haunted house. I was enjoying it, but nothing was
Hmm.
spooking me. One thing spooked me because I couldn't figure out where the guy, where the sound came from. But then my immediate brain was, "Oh my god, that was cool. Where and how did he do that?" Do you know what I mean? Immediately, I was like, you know what I mean? My brain was like, "Was he underneath? Was it? What was I standing on?" I was like immediately trying to break down what the fuck just happened.
Hmm.
Instead of like, "Oh, I'm scared, run away."
Yeah, I feel like that
Does that
happens
make
with a lot
sense?
of performers. They just
Totally.
like to rip things apart and like they can't enjoy it because they're thinking from it like from a
From a
technical
production
standpoint.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. For
Yeah, I'm
sure.
clocking the security cameras where the fog machines are. I'm like
Or
clocking
like the
everything,
exit,
like
like
the
the exit doorways that are kind of hidden throughout.
things like that. Yeah, totally. And then my thorn is I think everyone's thorn is the fucking middle seat in the airplane. I
Oh
do not
God.
sit
Oh
in
my
them,
God, yes.
but why do they exist?
I
And
know.
the last person who sat next to me on this middle seat was a larger person, which is fine, but he
Hmm.
seemed to not understand when he was literally like up in my business why that was a problem.
Yeah.
Like, and I
Hmm.
literally, like, I always believe, like, if I'm on, like, I usually do window, like, if you're in the middle seat, you can have all the armrests, whatever. I'm cool. I'm small enough to just be,
Totally.
like, in my business, right? And they also have, like, with the chairs, like, you can see, like, this is my leg room, this is yours. This mofo had his leg over up in my shit, and I would be, like, moving, and I would hit him, and he'd look at me, and I would be like, what? Like, I'm not giving up my little, like, little space because you're in the middle and too big for this chair.
Yeah. a hundred
Or
percent.
actually, he wasn't too big because he was fitting and then he was choosing not to. Do you know what I mean? He literally wasn't like, ooh, I'm too big for a chair. No, he was just like, I actually
Choosing to
prefer to
take
have
up
my
more
legs open
space.
and prefer to be like this. Yeah.
Girl,
Oh my
I
God.
had a
And
guy
then I'll
next to
get into the
me.
smells, but
I
I'll
know.
move on. The smells
I had
was like,
Well, that this week I literally had a guy
oh,
next to me on the airplane and I was sitting middle seat because I was flying home with Tanner, my partner. And because I was in the middle seat, I had to sit by the guy on, obviously to my left. And he was a larger man and he was eating a sandwich as we took off. And it had like, I think it was like a chicken salad or something, but it was like slopping out and a piece landed on my black sweatpants. And so I literally
No.
I looked at him like so disgusted and I grabbed the sanitizing wipe that,
I'm
they give you at the
dying.
beginning and I grabbed the sanitizing wipe, I pick it up and then I put it in his chair pocket. So fucking
Oh
gross.
no.
So gross.
No. I hate that.
It's the like spatial awareness that drives me crazy. I'm like, we are all uncomfortable and you're making it even worse.
Yeah, no, this
Yeah.
dude had his bag at his feet, so he couldn't, so he took his feet room away and then chose to have like his legs over like in my area. I was like, no, boo boo. Like I have long legs, they cramp, I
Totally.
need to move. It was so annoying. I was so mad. But outside of that, with all the delays happening, like
Hmm.
on my way to that event, I was like delayed, 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 and it fucked me up. But
Yeah.
things were so delayed that they were putting me on earlier flights home. So I
God.
was
Wait,
so they were putting me on the flight that was delayed before me. Do you know what I mean? So I
got you.
showed up. So I showed up like at like 10, like 10:30 for like my 12 o'clock flight, and there was an 11 o'clock flight. And they were like, "Well, we're gonna put you on 11 o'clock flight." So I literally got on a earlier flight, and then when I landed, they put me on an earlier flight. So I got home
Oh,
like
yes.
3 hours earlier than
That always
normal, which
Yes.
was
worries me
cool.
with like checked baggage though. Like I always feel like there's going to be something lost in like the
Yeah.
transfers and stuff.
No,
Totally.
it
That's
got
That's
why
a
you
me.
get
I
worry.
air
mean,
tags. That's why you got to get air
a lot. I
tags.
have air tags, but also my way there, my bags were sitting there the day before I arrived because if you remember, like on my way, because you were on the
Oh
thread,
yeah.
on my way to
Hmm.
Texas, I didn't. It was so delayed that I didn't catch the flight not the first night. So the next morning, my baggages arrived, but I had yet to leave to
Yeah,
go
that
to
Oh my
Texas day
God.
was
Texas.
Did you have?
really crazy.
And
Um.
wait, this is funny and totally random. I will never forget the recording of that bird.
My God. Okay, yes, we need to
Daya's
tell.
like,
We have to tell Tom. Okay, so okay, I'll say this. We were after the gig. We went to the hotel, and I think it was what, like 2 o'clock a.m. And I had to leave for the airport at 4:45. So I was like, I'm just gonna stay up. Let's order food. So Acid ordered us some food. We were sitting outside about to enjoy our meal, and
it's
we
not
noticed this
good.
like bird sounds. And I was like, whoa! It's like obviously really early in the morning, so maybe they're nocturnal. So me and Acid had this like whole conversation about if birds are nocturnal. I
Well, I
thought they
was yeah, I
were.
was confused, and it's 4 in the morning. I'm like, wow, it's very consistent. I'm like, and also I was like, the actual call, like I don't know a lot of bird calls, but I was
Right.
like, this is multiple bird calls coming from the same bird, and there's
Uh-huh.
only two birds that I know. I'm sure there's more that do that. There's the
Yeah.
mockingbird that can copy sounds, and I kept saying, I was like, it could be a mockingbird. Does sound like I was like, or a parrot, which parrots sounds. Hello,
It
the name, like
sounded like a
you know.
parrot. Yeah.
And then each time I was like, wait, that's a seagull. And then it went to another sound. And I'm like, and it was the same location. And it was like 3 or 4 in the morning. And I was like, no, this has to be a recording or something. Like
Yeah.
something's up.
So we went
So
inside.
Daya asked the front desk
Yeah.
dude,
Yes. And he
and it
told
was a
us it was a
recording.
recording. I said, like, totally clocked
And
it. It
Why?
blew my mind.
and and not only that, he said that he didn't know until like he's only been there for 6 months, and he just found out like a week ago that it was a
Yeah.
Why?
recording. I don't know. Well, the
Ambiance.
outside is very tropical, yeah, and it has all these big trees, and so it would be cool if there was birds in there.
Yeah.
Totally.
but literally like every 10 minutes, just
Oh
this
hell no.
bird sound of 5 different calls.
I would be
Yeah,
like,
I was
turn it
like,
off.
it's weird because we weren't seeing any, but we were like trying to figure out if they were in the trees, like in their nests. Like at least that's what I was trying
Yeah.
to figure out. Like,
And
and
I'm
then
like, and I'm an amateur bird watcher, so I was like, something's up.
well, it's like they should at least have like they should at least have like a pigeon or not a pigeon, a peacock or something on the like grounds of the
Peacock.
hotel. That would be kind of
But
puss,
a
no? That would
peacock would not be
add
like up in the air. Yeah.
going and like trying to mimic our
I used
sounds.
to I used to grow up on a campground that had peacocks roaming like the grounds, and if you found a feather, you had to turn it in because they sold them for like
Oh,
$3.
fuck that. I would
Oh
have
my
kept all of them.
god.
I bought them. I had a bunch of peacock feathers. Now I don't because that's weird. But I digress on my rose and thorn.
Well,
Dia, did you do your rose and thornays?
No, what's
no.
yours, Gaia?
Okay, well, hold on. Going back to peacock feathers, that reminds me when I filmed my season. Sorry. When I filmed my season, here at the Flamingo, we had our finale, and they kind of, for the top
Love it.
five, they had us each in like a different world for our like video package. And so my world was the Flamingo exhibit. Like I was like in there with the birds and stuff. But the workers at the Flamingo, after we got done filming that, which I was like rolling around in flamingo shit, disgusting, smell awful, in full drag, and then I had to go film more stuff after that. But they
And
gave
you
me like
still
a
lost.
whole I still fucking lost, girl. But they gave me like a whole batch, like a whole like they gave me like a whole envelope of flamingo feathers from the flamingos that were out there. And I was like,
Cute.
it's kind of cool because like cool that they're flamingo feathers, but also I'm like, I think the reason they have these birds here specifically is because they're trying to rehabilitate them. And so they all are like, I don't know if they're all ill or if they're all like coming to, I don't know, but I'm just like, something about that felt kind of icky and nasty to me, but I kept them. I still have them. They're in a jar at home on my trinket shelf. Okay,
I call
Rose.
shenanigans on that shit because I used to love Siegfried and Roy with their white tigers, and they used to claim like, oh, it's about rehabilitation. No, it's because you're gay and you want exotic animals,
And
and
you
they'll
want
be trying to kill
exotic
you later.
girl fully. And also I'm
Yeah.
like that exhibit, I'm like, I don't know. I am not a conservationist, but I don't think that that looks big enough for all the birds that they have, but I don't know.
Well, that's it. Like,
No.
if you're a conservationist, it doesn't include humans touring through their environment.
Yeah.
Fully. Okay, Rose and Thorn. My rose this week, I went home for literally a day to Chicago to have a doctor's appointment. I finally got set up with a new doctor with my insurance being covered, and I just had like a very adult weekend. I got a bunch of adult things I needed to get done that nobody likes doing, but things you like have to do. So I was really proud of myself for that because I am really bad about pushing off things that actually matter. So that felt like a
No.
major, like that felt like a really big accomplishment for me. I was like, okay, I can check that off my list for like 6 more months, you know? So I guess that was my rose, and also just being able to be home in my own space with my dog
So
and my
wait, do you have to go
boyfriend.
every 6 months and test if you have diabetes or not? Like, I hate to break
Well,
it down like that, but like, do they think
they
you're not
like
going
to
to have
do.
it?
Well, they like to do lab work because they want to read your A1C, which is basically a telltale sign of like how well you've been doing with your blood sugar over a certain amount of time. And you want to keep that pretty low. And the last time I had my A1C checked, it was like right above the level they wanted it to be, like a smidge. So I just do it every 6 months because I'm like an anal retentive freak and I want to make sure that I'm like, I set those goals for myself, even with like my medical stuff, but I've been really bad about it lately. Like I've been so bad about it. So I'm like, I need to get back on track. But yeah, the doctor was like, maybe
Okay.
we should do every 3 months. And I was like, I think every 6 months is okay for now. Let's see what the next test is, and then we can decide if we need to do 3 months. But I was like, these doctors just want you to get in and do all these lab things and have to pay for the labs, bitch. I'm telling you, I think it's a whole scheme. But anyway,
Yeah,
I got that done. That
I
was my
agree.
rose. I know you do. So I'm glad I'm not the only one because I say this stuff out loud and some people are like, no, this is just like what everybody has to do. I'm like, I know, but can't you see? Can't you see? It's all a trap. And then I feel psycho. But acid always
And what's your
understands me.
thorn? What's
My
your thorn?
thorn. Oh my God. Okay, so I got in pretty late from a gig. I guess this was technically last week, but I'm gonna consider it this week because of the day we're filming. So I got in super late from a gig. It might have been our Texas gig. I can't remember if it was that one or the one after. But it was like 1 a.m. when I got to my apartment, and I was like so hungry. So I ordered this pizza from a place that had 30 minutes left to order from on DoorDash before it closed.
Don't do
And
it. Don't do it.
uh,
I know where this is
honey,
going.
I ordered a medium pepperoni pizza. That's all I wanted. When I received my pizza, it was a medium pepperoni pizza with some sort of sweet Thai chili sauce squirted all over it, like doused in it. Then they also had these things that kind of look like chunks of what are those white things that are similar to potatoes? Jicama. It was like chunks of jicama thrown on top of
What?
it. Girl, it was so
You're
fucked up. I had to
lying.
take a no, I had to take a photo on the DoorDash app to send to report it because I was like, they literally were, I guess, just upset that I ordered so close to them closing or something. It was so fucking
Hey,
disgusting. And
yeah.
it's Vegas. It was like $43 to get it delivered too. So
Ooh.
I ended up getting it refunded and stuff, and I did take a photo of it, but I took it through my DoorDash app and I cannot get it back because I had to send it through my like
Yeah, I
reporting
wish I could
thing. And
see
as
that.
as I'm talking about
This
DoorDash, a DoorDash
Hickama pizza.
notification just came down. That's very, very crazy from the universe. But yeah, so I was completely out of, I had no food and then I wasn't going to eat that. It's like disgusting. So I ended up, I think just ordering McDonald's.
Work. I
So
love McDonald's.
yeah, but you're not supposed to.
Tastes
You're
like
not supposed
genocide.
to. Yeah, I know. But it was the closest thing to me, like the only thing open. But
That's how they get you.
anywho, that was my thorn, spending $43 on a pepperoni pizza that ended up having God knows what on it.
Hickama.
Jicama
I,
and
I can't
sweet
even believe
chili
that.
sauce.
I will eat
Sweet
anything.
chili.
I will eat anything. I will not eat what was given to you. Like
No, and it
I
was
have
like,
had pizza with sweet chili sauce on it. There's this pizza place upstate that sells it's called, I forgot what the slice is called, but it's like ricotta cheese
so
and sweet
Italian.
chili sauce and yeah, it's like really good. But sweet chili sauce and jicama is weird, like so
Well,
weird.
I'm like, I
And
wonder if they were just like
pepperoni, like no.
pissed and they just put stuff that they would like put on their salads onto my pizza or something because they were pissed I ordered so late. Like I have no idea. I have no idea. But I was like,
So
this
annoying.
feels like
Salad.
this feels like a fuck you. Like that was petty. That was petty. So I'm like, I guess I could take notes.
Maybe they're fans. They're totally fans of yours, and they're like, "We're gonna show this petty bitch what petty is."
Probably,
Um,
girl. They wanted me
well,
to talk about it on the
so
pod.
Yeah.
since it was just Halloween, we are going to be looking at Halloween costumes of celebrities and ripping them apart or saying we love them. But before we get into that, Acid, how was your Halloween party?
Oh, thank you. You're so like official when you ask that. My Halloween party was great. It was rough balancing TikTokers, trick or treaters with
Oh
my
yeah.
guests.
Hmm.
But my guests came later in the evening, so that was cool. But it was fun. It was fun. I had a big like setup outside, and like the kids were freaked out and scared and whatever. So it
And
was
did
fun.
you give
Cool.
out
I'm
full
so sad
candy
I had to miss it.
bars?
I did. Did I
Wow.
tell you? Oh
That's
yeah, I did. Not only that, but I
that's the
also
cool
gave away
house.
light up rings. Yeah.
That's so
Ooh.
cool.
So
Yeah, I'm sure
every ring was gone, and every candy bar but one was taken.
no, I'm
What was the
sure like
remaining candy?
leading up to Halloween, everybody was like, we're going to that house for trick or treating 100%.
Yeah, no,
What
people
was the
drove.
remaining
There was even a couple
candy?
that was like, I would say like our age. The remaining candy was the Milky Way.
Ew,
Mm.
okay.
Well, that's why it was remaining.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hate
totally.
Milky Ways.
Oh
Like
No, there
out
were
of all
yeah.
the
kids.
options.
They would grab like three, and they would be like, "I'm just gonna take three, I swear," as they're grabbing their fifth and sixth like
Oh my
large
God. Oh
candy
God.
bar. And I was like, okay, like interesting. Like these kids like saw like they didn't even think, oh, just one. They were like, oh, multiples. I was like, oh, crazy kids.
And that's why
Greedy
you hand it to them.
bastards.
You don't let them pick. You say, which one would
Yeah.
you like? Here you go.
I like it when they choose though, because then it's like, I don't know, it's better if they choose, I
I
think. But yeah, it
agree.
was great. The light everything worked this time. I mean, the wind was crazy, so it took down some of my decorations I had to like put up like while I was also like balancing the trick-or-treaters, which was crazy. But my guests like gagged on the show this year and stuff, so that was fun. So.
I'm so mad I
Way.
missed it, but honestly, the only reason I would miss that is to go to Disney, and that's what I did.
And the
um,
only
And it
reason I
wasn't
would miss
worth it.
it is to work, and I was working, so I'm so sorry.
Money.
Money. I'm a cash cow.
Money. All right, so I'm going to show y'all some pictures of celebrity Halloween costumes, and I just want to hear your perspectives on it. By the way, all of these were
Let me
featured
look.
in Vogue, which some of
Okay.
them I'm like, this makes sense, and some of them I'm like, you should not be featured in Vogue.
Okay.
And we'll see which ones I mean right now.
Oh, Janet Jackson.
Ooh, who
No,
is
it's
that?
actually Taraja P.
Well,
Henson.
no, I know who that,
Work.
but they're dressed
Oh,
as Janet
yes,
Jackson.
correct. And I
One of
personally
my
love this.
favorite.
I
It's one of
love
my favorite
this.
music videos.
You know
Janet
what?
Jackson is like the inspiration for like my drag, which is so funny. So that's like I'll probably be very hot on anything Janet Jackson.
You know what? It is really freaking good. She looks almost identical, but it still does not compare to Coco Montrese.
Oh God. Oh God.
Truth. Well, girl,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
No, but
Coco is the original.
she really does look like identical.
The
Did she
hair
do
is great. Looks like there's a little upgrade thing in the center top.
now,
Yeah.
did she
It's
go out
cute.
to like any of the parties, or was this just a photo she had posted to
All the
Instagram?
photos are from Instagram.
Okay, because I'm like, sometimes I'm
Okay.
skeptical. I'm like, did they just put their face on somebody else and then say it's a
No,
Halloween
that's Coco
costume?
Montrese.
Yeah.
Baby. No, she
So
looks fabulous. That's amazing.
for each photo, let's say if it's petty, meaning we don't like it, or Betty, meaning they rocked it. Does that make
Ooh, love
sense?
that. Yeah, I love that. Did you
Oh,
come up
look
that
at
with
you,
by
Alana.
yourself, Alana? I love that.
I did just now. I did
Look how
just
proud
now.
he
I'm
is.
putting a
So
gold
let
star on your chart today.
so for me, this is definitely a Betty.
Yeah, I agree,
Yeah,
Betty.
definitely a
Betty.
Betty for sure.
Boom.
Betty down.
All right, let's see. Okay.
Oh,
Bitch,
So a little
I'm
yes.
sorry. This is amazing. This is
So
so
good.
amazing.
for those of our listeners that are
Oh yeah.
are listening, not watching, Demi Lovato is on the screen, and she is dressed as I think it was
As
Poot.
Poot?
Poot
Yeah,
Poot.
Poot.
Lovato.
And what I love about this is that originally I think she was really offended by the photo. Like she really hated that photo, and she even said so. Like she was just like it was just caught at a bad angle, whatever. But she really leaned into it, and the photo now this photo on Instagram has like 2 million likes. I think she
No,
rocked it.
it's stupid. This is
So
proof that
good.
Robbie Turner needs to come out as an Uber driver and just do her big one.
Yes. Okay, it's also kind of giving Diabetes out of drag circa 2018 when
I
I
was like
still had
circa 2 days ago.
a little bit of hair and I would comb it over. No, Poot is an icon. I love Demi. People love to hate
I
on Demi,
love
but
that.
Demi is that girl
I
for
love
me.
her. I think she's one of the best singers of our generation.
Oh my God, fully. Like I want her to do like a jazz album so bad. I think she would kill it.
I
Yeah,
want her
Poot.
to just release more music. She does it so like getting better at it, but she took like a long break, which is deserved. Like she was going through some stuff that's
Have you
fine.
not heard any
But
of her new stuff right now?
No, her new
I have
stuff's
not.
good.
I have not. So
So
part of the what I did when I went to Florida is I completely disconnected from social media. Like I
good.
always like am reposting things or working or editing and I was just like I need to like not do this the whole time I'm
Hmm.
here. And I literally did not go on any of my apps for 12 days. It was amazing.
It's good.
So I haven't seen any of her shit recently, but I'm gonna lean into it once I have time. But for me, this is the Betty.
Oh yeah, Betty all the way.
Eddie down and catch me doing this next year. It's gonna be so
Love
good.
it.
You're
Yeah,
almost doing it now.
make it like a poot inception.
Okay, who is this?
Oh, that's great too.
Okay, so this is Ed Sheeran.
Boo,
My only
Patty. I'm just
problem,
kidding.
yeah, my only problem with this is that everybody does this. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
it's been done so much that I'm like over it
Also,
almost. Like
also, like Ed Sheeran kind of already looks like it, so I don't think he needed all of the like extra bits. I
Well,
think he should
he
have
has
just
his
done
own
his normal.
hair. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like probably receding like that if he pushed it back. You know,
That's
he
what I'm
looks sexy
saying
with
is
his
he's
hair.
using his real hair, so it's like
You look
I think
sexy with your
he's
hair pushed
vintage.
back.
I think he's so I think he's super cute. I'm just not loving this look. I'm over it. I want people to stop doing it. So for me, it's a petty.
Even the red lipstick going into the eyes when people often like quote that, I feel like it's tired too. Like there's so many other things you could do with liner, but
Yeah.
I think it looks
So
good.
Yeah.
I think it's a Betty. I like it. It looks like the character. I know who it is.
okay, so
Yeah.
it's a Betty from Acid.
No, it's definitely petty for me. Also, you guys, speaking of,
Why? Why is it petty for
I'm
you?
over it. I am so.
Okay.
Can you be more creative, please? Like, come on. If this was
Oh,
like a challenge on Drag Race, that would be the first critique. Is it's not creative enough. So it's petty
No,
for
the
me.
first critique was I am so tired of Marie Antoinette. Stop doing
Bitch.
Marie Antoinette.
The most interesting part of this photo is the fact that you can kind of see the moon or the sun, probably the sun, because it looks like it might have been taken at daytime, but through the balloon. I think that's the focal point. That's what I'm
I
looking
think
at.
that's the Flash.
Oh,
okay, so
well.
we have two Petties and one Betty.
Okay, hold on. Going back to because I said a Mean Girls quote earlier.
Yeah.
Guess who was at the Drag Race live show last night?
The Michael
No.
Fumakuki guy.
No.
Daniel
That's his name.
Franchese's
Daniel
manager.
Franchisi.
His
Oh my
manager,
God.
bitch. Isn't that crazy? He
What?
like said hello and like was said that he had seen me before at another event, but this was his first time talking to me, and he introduced himself. And he said he was also in show business. I'm like, what do you do? And he's like, I'm a manager actually for Daniel Franchese. And it's like, oh, sickening.
And you were
So,
like, oh, I see you're not busy or doing anything right now.
girl. Anyway, I had to tell you that. But yeah, that's a petty. This Ed Sheeran look is a petty for me.
Okay, up next we have Heidi
Heidi
Klum,
Klum,
who dressed up
Hmm.
as Medusa, and
Medusa.
even I don't have the other photo, but she had somebody dressed in all stone. Um, I
Isn't this Medusa from the Clash of Titans movie? I think it's very specific.
it might be.
Probably.
I could look it up.
God,
Yeah, I
Clash
think
of
it is because
Titans. What is going on with that? There's so much
is
for
it
Clash of
really?
Titans app,
No, that's
like
a
the game.
game. That's a game. I'm talking about the movie.
I know, but just that name in general
Um,
is circulating a lot universally right now. What does that mean?
yeah, yeah. It's reminiscent of the original 100%.
Yeah, the original because it was all claymation. The character was claymation.
Yeah, yeah. This is
So this is the first
definitely
time of seeing it in real flesh.
Hmm.
yeah.
Or scales, not Flash.
Um, I mean, it's amazing, but it's very like RuPaul, Bob the Drag Queen, where other people did the work and they're just wearing it.
For sure. For
You
sure.
know,
100%.
like I would love to be like, wow, Heidi Klum, you really slayed this, but she just sat there, or she probably said, I want to be Medusa, and then 10 other people did it. But it is incredible. The tail looks
I
crazy.
Totally.
I have I have more of an appreciation for celebrities that put in the effort, whether they did it themselves or not, than for people who literally do nothing and they're just like my photo, like it's
Yeah,
Halloween.
I don't want to poo
And
poo
Yeah.
it because I prefer this. I prefer every celebrity to show up looking like this. Let's be honest. Like,
because
I
they
wish
Okay,
have
every
the
but
red
money.
carpet had this. Yeah.
Yeah.
this is like my actual problem with it though. Okay, first of all, does this Heidi Klum Halloween party, is it like a fundraiser for something?
I
I don't know.
heard, I heard that she creates all this drama and she'll like make drama even like location wise. And all she does
Uh-huh.
is show up at this step and repeat, take photos and leave.
Okay, because this is my
I
problem
heard
with
she
this
doesn't
Heidi
even go to
Klum
her
problem.
own event.
I think it's ridiculous. She's spending this much. She is probably spending so much money to put this on, which I do think obviously it's cool. People look forward to like visual part of it. But I'm like, it just feels very out of touch with reality at the moment to me. It's like, let's spend so much money to throw this party for this one day of the year whenever there's like literal people that can't buy food right now. Or the food
Well,
stamps have
I
just been like completely taken away. The government's been shut down for the longest it has in US history. Like it just all feels very icky to me. And
um
that's why
she
I'm giving it a
I
petty.
I just looked up and apparently she partnered with UNICEF for a PSA for Halloween this year. Trick or treat for UNICEF. It's encourages participants to add something meaningful to their Halloweening. That can mean collecting donations with a traditional orange box, starting an online fundraiser. So it's like kind of like she did a call to action, not so much as
But she
like
didn't
did it
physically
herself.
give a donation. She just did a call to action
Yeah,
to donate. So,
yeah,
but what I'm saying is
yeah.
you're a fucking millionaire, bitch, and you're spending money on this party, but you're not giving any to this call to action. Or maybe she did, and we just don't know. Maybe that's out of my
Part, yeah.
Yeah,
She
no,
might
she
not be
But
did.
that girl.
yeah, I'm like, I feel like it should
All
be like
right,
a fundraiser for something. Anyway, fuck off.
so for me, it's a pet. It's a Betty. I still love it. It's a
It's a
Betty for me.
Betty. I wish there was a
It,
close up because her teeth were incredible. It's a total
Let's see
the
slay.
how
look,
much I can
the
zoom
look
in.
is cool,
Look at
but
the teeth and the tongue. Are
you
you
know
kidding
what?
me?
Yeah,
Amazing.
but I've seen better in Acid Betty's closet. I'm giving it a petty. I also don't like what she did to my girl Utica. Okay, next.
Oh, right, it's connected.
Yes.
All right,
Okay, who
we
is?
have Jade.
Yes. Okay, okay, Slay.
Who? Well, I don't really care who it is, but I know what character it is. I know
Singer.
who
Yeah,
it's
it's
supposed
it's
to be.
it's the female gremlin. I'm pretty sure it's Jade and not Jade. It's Jade, right?
Yes, I love.
I don't
Okay,
know.
can you zoom in? Can you zoom in? It kind of looks
Yeah,
like Nina Brown right now, which isn't a bad thing.
Oh no, it is. Why would you say that? Okay. But see, this is the problem with doing Marie Antoinette is we've seen good versions of Marie Antoinette, and
yeah.
this is not the
Yeah.
best version. See, I'm sad that you made us zoom in, Daya, because now we can see.
Okay, go down. I want to see the rest of the outfit. She's just in her little two-piece, looking hot. I love that little
It's
boa.
isn't the character Greta? I think it's Greta the Gremlin.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well,
Gremlins 2, where they have a lab where they're like taking all these hormones and things, and they create like a spider gremlin and a female gremlin and a. I have the spider gremlin right over there. They create all these different kind of
on your
gremlins.
shelf.
Anyway,
Um,
yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Hmm.
I think it's a little rough around the edges, but it's still a Betty for me
it's
personally.
cool. Okay, this is gonna be a petty for me
Okay.
Yes, sister, your first petty.
because I'm looking
I'm
at the
good.
rough airbrushing around the shoulders and stuff. If I really start looking, I think
Yeah.
the makeup artist. I think she got the wrong makeup artist.
That's what I was about to say because
Totally possible.
her armpit, I noticed like the flesh tone. I'm like, they probably used a
I would never do
Mayron
that.
cream stick in a beauty blender. That's what it looks like. It looks like the moment she started sweating, it probably all started coming
And these
off.
face things, I think, are dragon appliances. So they're like appliances they found pre-made for like the dragon
Yeah.
Yeah.
look. I feel like the ears are
Yeah.
too low. I mean, I don't want to break it down, but
Also, like, good for her for wearing white. Like, her top looks like it's white, and she wasn't worried about getting it stained with that terrible green makeup.
hey,
I'm giving it a
true.
petty. I'm giving it a petty anyway. I don't. If
Oh,
listen,
joining me.
if I'm saying that Ed Sheeran is too basic, and I've seen it before,
Shireen.
that also falls into this category.
Is it Shireen or Sharon?
I know, girl. Ed
It's Ed
Sheeran.
Sheeran. Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran would be a great
All right.
drag name.
Oh wow, this looks like the actual Mike
I know.
Myers.
This is
Yeah.
perfection. This is Janelle Monae dressed as
I was
the
gonna
cat
say
in
it
the
looks like
hat.
Janelle Monae because she does this kind of shit.
Did you see
Yeah.
that
Even though I had no
interview?
idea she does this.
Did you see her interview on Jennifer Hudson's show where she dressed as the Cat in the Hat and she answered all the questions as the Cat in the
No.
Hat? It was
I
amazing.
did
She's
It
not.
was
crazy.
it was like a performance art. Like she was answering for Janelle Monae as the Cat in the Hat. It was sickening. I need to find the YouTube video and show
Janelle
you.
has lifted beyond this planet and is just hovering right now. She
So
like doesn't. She's
I have a
amazing.
quick story about Janelle Monae. She came to one of the parties I was working at years ago in the city, and everyone
Slay.
was like, "Oh my God, Janelle Monae here! Janelle Monae's here!" And this was before like Hidden Figures, before she like really blew the fuck up. And she like came out. I was dressed in drag, and she came over and she was like, "Hi, what's your name?" I'm like, "I'm a lot of McGriddles," and she was like, "I'm Janelle Monae," and I was like, "Bitch, we all know." And she like laughed really hard at that. So I think she has a good sense of humor about herself. But this is immaculate. This looks like a still from the movie. I feel
For
like she almost
sure.
like hired the same people who did the makeup for the movie because this is so spot
Yeah.
on. It's crazy. So I'm
It
gonna give
is
this a
spot
big
on.
old Betty.
Yeah, it's a
Big old
total
Betty.
Betty for me.
I definitely think it's done super well, and I'm just obsessed with the Janelle Monáe saying that she went back in time traveled and met David Bowie. So I'm giving it a Betty for that reason alone, but also it's a fabulous outfit.
Works. So Janelle Monae, you got three Betties.
Yeah, she's also from
She went
Kansas
back
Okay,
in
City.
time
Fun fact.
just
She's
to
from
see our
Kansas
friend Joey
City.
Aria is singing with him. Is she
here
really?
we go. This
Yeah.
is what I mean. This was featured in Vogue.
Justin
Okay.
Bieber, Jesus
This is
Christ. Okay.
Justin Bieber dressed as Mr. Incredible from The Incredibles, and it looks
Okay,
like
so
a
it's who it
costume.
is.
It looks like it's a costume from Party City.
Yeah,
Yes, like Spirit
totally.
Halloween.
Like, this is just a big old petty for me. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah,
do
that's a
better.
boot. That's a
Yeah,
petty for
he
me.
almost looks like the
Yeah.
baby from The Incredibles, but like an adult version of the baby from The Incredibles and not Mr. Incredible himself.
Yeah,
But
like
yeah,
he couldn't even be bothered to wear a wig,
No, he
like
looks like that person who's like forced to show up at the party and someone was like, "Here, I have this costume." And he was like, "Okay." And he put it on and thinks that he's just so funny wearing it. That's what it
I
looks like.
know. And for this to be featured in Vogue, it's like, how dare you? Like,
And
stop
is
it.
this the
yeah.
feature in Vogue that is Anna Wintour's last magazine? Is this the
Is
said
it?
magazine that we're talking about?
I think
Oh.
maybe, I don't know.
Is it the one with Timothy Chalamet on the
Chalamet.
cover?
Is that the one where he's
Well,
like
no, no,
Chalamet.
AI'd into space? Did you see that Vogue
this was
cover where
this
he's
was
like
Yeah,
featured
AI'd into
that's
space?
yeah, but it's
featured
yeah.
on Vogue.com,
Oh,
Vogue.com,
okay.
and they were saying the best Halloween costumes of the year, and this made it. I was like,
No, this is
absolutely not.
just he's famous. They're like, look, he's
Yeah.
famous.
Okay, but I'm gonna say it was a
All right.
petty.
Oh.
Hold on. I didn't get to say if I thought it was a petty or a Betty.
Oh.
Me. I feel like it's obviously a petty because terrible outfit, but his hair transplant looks Betty. It looks pretty
Oh.
good. It's really popping through. So Betty for the hair transplant.
Yeah, props to the transplant.
Yes, honey. Okay, now I'm done with my piece.
All
Okay,
right, we
we
have
Ooh,
have Daya.
Lady
Oh, that's Lady
Gaga
Gaga. I thought that was Daya.
dressed as
us,
for the garden.
Betty.
The caption is, "I'll take you to the Garden of Eden," and she has a shovel and she's dressed in like a wing headpiece and flowers all around her. Um,
I
Okay,
wonder
I
if
want to go
that's
first. I
fetal.
you,
fecal matter.
I think that's. I
I
think.
think it is.
Okay, go first. Go first, Daya. What do you think?
Well, okay, yes, I think it is fecal matter. Parts of it are fecal matter for sure. So I do love it for that reason. I will say though,
It's
something
beautiful. She looks beautiful.
she
She looks
looks
beautiful.
amazing. I am just not a huge fan
Like she really does.
personally of like
But I
flowers
say petty,
on.
bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like the
Mm.
flowers. I'm just not a fan of flowers on outfits like that. Maybe it's because it reminds me of like when I first started drag and had no money and just was like doing anything I could to like make a look. So that's what it is reminiscent to me of. But I love the
It's
fucking
it's
headpiece.
reminiscent of Alexander McQueen where he
Very.
did really beautiful studies of flowers on the hips and like and flowers coming around the bust. He really did like I think like he delivered on that. So I feel like
Uh,
every time you see something, if it's not as I feel like as full or fierce as that, then your
compared to
brain
it.
goes to like when you see something like this, what you just did, which is like, oh, did you run out of flowers?
Right. And
Like
also,
because I think it's beautiful and I get it. I think it looks great, but
uh
it's something we've seen before,
I
right?
think
We've
like a
seen it before,
cooler
and I don't know.
alternative to the flower dress. Have you seen Lara Findicoglu's cherry dress? It's from her most recent
No.
collection this past year, but it's like a nude dress,
No,
a nude corseted dress, and there's cherries all over it, and the cherries are like bleeding onto the dress. I feel like that
I
would have
love.
been a
See, she should
cooler
be doing
choice.
something like that.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
send
I
it
feel
to
like
you so
she's
you know what I
getting into her
mean.
very reserved. I feel like she's getting very reserved woman right now, which is a response to the times, just not the one I think
I
we would expect from Lady Gaga.
Yeah, I feel like she just had this in her arsenal, and she's like, I guess that'll work. Let's just do that.
Totally.
That's why I think it's fetal. That's why I think it's fetal mac. Whatever. Oh God, I keep fucking up their name
Fecal matter.
because she was buying. Yeah, fecal matter. They were. She was like buying their collection and wearing it. You know what I mean? Like she was buying everything. Like she would do with Mugler. She would just buy everything, and then every day she was wearing a new thing. So that's why I feel like because they just had another collection. I feel like she was just like, okay, yeah, take that in my size. Take me on the
Yeah,
road.
probably. And
But
I do
So,
love Fecal Matter's work. Their work is sickening. I just think
me
it could have
too.
been for Halloween, especially. I feel like it could have been a little something different. But
Weird, and especially
so
when you're
is it?
telling me these other designers have done other cool shit. I mean, even if it was like a Robert Wound, or Wound, that would have been amazing. But anyway, continue.
ooh, like a
So is this
Robert
a
Wound
petty from all of
headpiece.
us? Is this
Yeah,
a petty?
hello, yes. Oh my God, we can't believe we're doing that
It's
to Lady
it
Gaga.
is a petty for me. OMG.
Not
Uh-oh.
for
I'm telling
Halloween.
I'm
Not for
telling
First,
her.
yeah,
Halloween.
first time for everything, honey. That's the first time I'm petting a Gaga look. But she looks gorge. I mean, it's not
But
that
she
I
Wow.
don't
looks
like it.
beautiful. Yeah, it's not like we're judging.
Okay,
All
Oh.
right.
I feel
Uh,
like
My
there's
my
something
brain
sketchy.
immediately went to the choreographer because I was around when they choreographed this at the studio. So immediately I
so
was
for
like,
those
I
of
thought
you
of the
who can't
choreographer of
see
this.
what we're looking at, it's Paris Hilton dressed up in the red
Oops, I
latex
did it
outfit by
again. Played with
Britney
your
Spears.
heart.
Oops, I did it again.
It's Paris Hilton as Derek Barry as Britney Spears.
It's like I think the last Tina Landon, she was the choreographer. I think the last time she choreographed with them.
Does it feel weird
Um,
to anybody else that Paris Hilton is constantly referencing Britney Spears for Halloween? It feels very like conspiracy theorist of me to say this, but something about it just feels off to me, right?
well, because Brittany ain't doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know, but I'm just like something about Paris Hilton choosing Britney Spears specifically, and this is like I think like her third or fourth time doing a Paris Hilton or a Britney Spears look for Halloween. But something about it just feels like weird to me. It's a weird energy. I don't like
Maybe
it.
she's trying to put out that
oh,
when they do a documentary or whatever, it's just going to be about.
P.S.
She
I
wants to
just looked
star in
up
it.
Britney Spears on Instagram. She deleted her account.
I know
Her what account?
her Instagram
Her
account. And did
Instagram
she
or
delete her
whatever.
TikTok,
Her,
Alana? She deleted her TikTok?
let me check.
Why? Or she just? I saw that her
Something.
comments were off.
Well, and I guess
No,
there
they've
was
been off
something about
forever.
I guess she was spotted recently somewhere and she was just like really fucked up or something. And I think that's one of the reasons she deleted it, but I could be wrong.
Allegedly.
Yeah, something around something
Allegedly, yeah.
like that.
Her
I'm
TikTok
gonna
is
be
gone
honest
too.
with you. If I was like independent, wealthy, and I didn't have to work, and all my past work was making me money, expect to see me drunk and a mess every day, everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Period.
totally. Yes.
Like if I didn't
Yes.
have to work and I was continuously getting money, then expect me looking messy and high and drunk
All the
everywhere,
time.
bitch. Every
Yeah.
day.
Literally.
At every restaurant, at every hot spot, at every
Girl.
nightclub, at every stupid drag show, expect me, messy boots in the front,
Totally,
spending the money
totally.
that keeps landing in my account. So I am not mad at Britney Spears. And then the fact that people want, and then if you want to talk about me, work. But you're like, anyway, sorry. Like,
No, I love that. I love that. I don't
Um,
know. Something just feels
no,
icky with
agreed.
Paris
girl,
Hilton. Something's icky there. Also, I'm
I
so
think
tired
that's
of
weird.
Paris
And
Hilton
also, I
being
think
a
it's weird
fake
because
ally.
they know each other. Most of
Exactly.
them
I'm like,
are.
you're friends with Britney Spears. You apparently have been to your wedding, or you guys all went to
Yeah.
Madonna's wedding, which looked AI'd as it was. But I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's weird.
I don't know. There's something funky going on there.
It's
And if you're
not
friends with her,
AI.
girl, did you see the photos? It looked suspicious. It was sus.
Everything is AI with you. Everything is AI with you. I'll Photoshop something. You're like AI.
But also, I'm like Paris
Yeah.
Hilton.
Um,
I don't know. I'm also tired of Paris Hilton acting
I'm
like an
I'm
ally, but actively like being best friends with Ivanka Trump. Nah, I don't know about.
so my whole reason I'm giving this a petty because my whole thing is if I like what Paris Hilton should have done is been ugly for Halloween. Like
Oh,
been some
totally.
site. She's always so pretty. She's always so polished. If she went severe ugly, like she would have broke the internet if she went severe ugly. Kind of
No,
like
I think she should have done like
Nosferatu.
something with her kid and her husband. If she did like a group thing, she could be pretty. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like not like, ooh, we should blast your children out in the public, but like she's married now, she has a kid. I think it should be all
Hmm.
about the kid, or why are you doing this? I don't know. That's me. Because this is
Yeah,
yeah,
boring.
yeah.
You could do this
boring.
any day of the week. You could dress up. That's literally a cat suit. Like
You
you
know what
could
Yeah.
would have
put
been
that
so
on any day of
cunty?
the week.
She should have had like her kid be a dog, like a Dalmatian, and then her husband be like another Dalmatian on a leash, and then she would be a cunty Corella
And she'd be
Deville.
Cruella.
But go kind of ugly
Yeah,
with
dude,
it.
something
It'd
like
be
that
really
would be
cool.
Yeah.
fun.
I don't
Yeah, like
know.
just something rough around the edges. Like just be
Well,
ugly
this
like
would
one
work.
time.
This would work if the husband was the astronaut and the whatever. Like if it was like a group thing, I feel like. But this is just very much like, oh, I'm still a
Oh my
teenager and
God.
I
Or
like
like
Britney
her
Spears.
husband.
I
I'm
don't know.
surprised she didn't do this. I'm surprised she wasn't her husband wasn't Jeff Bezos, their kid was an Amazon package and she was the wife. I feel like that would be up their alley.
Well,
Yeah.
because she's a Hilton and they don't like new money. That's new money, honey. We don't
Mm-mm.
We don't praise
They're
new money
old
over here in
money,
this old
honey.
money house.
Yes. Have you?
Okay,
Yeah,
so from what
girl.
I'm hearing, it's a petty from all of us.
Yeah, petty down boots.
Petty down boots times two to the 13th power.
Petty house down boots.
Yes.
Uh-oh. I saw the
Oh,
video of
Yes.
her doing this.
Winnie Harlow
okay.
as
So we're
Whitney.
looking at Winnie
This
Harlow
is
as Whitney Houston.
this
I
is when the lights go.
she got a
Oh, I wanna
lot
dance with
she
somebody.
got a lot of
So
pushback,
I
and
feel the heat.
she filmed a video of her acting like Whitney Houston, but she was acting like Whitney Houston. It's not like I didn't understand all the pushback because it's not like she was like dancing I want to dance with somebody in a bathtub. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she wasn't like going to like a negative, she wasn't. That's why I don't understand. Like, I was watching the videos and I'm like, she's getting
No,
her
you know what?
mannerisms right.
She
She's
did
doing
it
drag.
right, and it was just a funny moment. It makes me think about, this is random, but it reminds me of the fact, like, if Patti LaBelle, she's still with us, but when she passes
Mhm.
away, it'll be like someone will be mad if someone lip syncs that Christmas thing where she fucks, where like her backup
Yeah.
singers are not
Where are my
there.
backup
Yeah,
singers?
like
Yes.
every year I play that entire thing from the beginning because it actually starts off where they're about to introduce her and she enters behind the guy like on camera and then does the whole like, oh, I'm on camera, and she reverses, and this is on live TV, and that's like how it started. But like that's literally what happened, and it's funny. So I just feel like when she came out, and the thing she lip synced is when she came out and started saying I'm everywhere, she started like singing like with the audience, and she started that was crazy. Whitney Houston was being funny, like it was
Huh.
weird and funny. I don't know. I think they just want to hate on this girl. That's what it is. They just
Totally.
want to hate on
Yeah,
her.
Also,
I
I'm
agree.
like,
I didn't understand.
it's a great Whitney, and I don't like this shot of her though because it looks like a like Love is Blind promo shot. But I do love that she did Whitney, but she
I
also
think
did
she's trying to do
another
the glamour
outfit.
shots.
Yeah, like the 80s glamour. But did you
Yeah,
see
she did
her
the shorter
other
hair.
Halloween outfit she did? She was melted Neapolitan ice cream. She did two looks. And her second look was
What?
melted Neapolitan ice cream, and it was beautiful. It was so gorgeously done. Like, I give it a Betty for the Whitney, and I also give a major Betty to the Neapolitan ice cream look. Look it up if you haven't seen it. It's so good.
I like this. I think it's a Betty for me. I love it. I love Whitney Houston.
It's a Betty for me as well, and I just looked up and apparently she posted an apology about this, which I don't think
Oh, deserve
um
that.
like because supposedly fans called it a disgrace, saying Winnie chose a period when Winnie was at the height of her drug use or whatever. And
Oh, my
Winnie Harlow
God.
said, firstly, majority of the responses have been incredibly positive. I love seeing you guys through these Halloween looks. My video wasn't mocking Whitney. That clip has always been one of my favorite moments of hers. She was radiant, funny, captivating, and confident. She was being awarded. The way she moved across that stage while with flair and swag, iconic. You better lay low is something I say at least once a week. My mother is one of her biggest fans and named me Whitney after her. That's my real legal name. She
Girl.
always will be a queen in my house. People are more than headlines. A woman who could command a room, make you laugh, and carry herself like royalty. If all you see when you see
But
Whitney
it's
are her
true. Like,
struggles,
Okay,
you're
what
yes.
pop
missing her.
artist comes out and sings live? Like, that was iconic. She literally came
Bitch.
out just to like get an award, and she started belting. Like, come on, that's
Okay,
iconic. No
but
performer ever does that. Every
the
performer's, oh, let
problem
me do this later. No, that bitch came out singing. Anyway, whatever.
the problem I have is the people that are reading her down on social. I feel bad that she felt like she had to apologize because the real issue people need to be looking
Yeah.
at is the fact that Whitney Houston had a drug problem because of the way people treated her and because of the way the fans interacted with her. So the people that are up in arms about how this is
Amen.
inappropriate because Whitney Houston had a drug problem, well, the reason she had such a social decline and had problems with fame is because of you fucking idiots. So I don't think Winnie
Yeah.
deserves to have to make an apology. That's ridiculous. That's so fucking crazy. People are insane.
Yeah, no, I think there are so many. I think there are
Oof.
so many ways she could have made that. If she wanted to offend people, she could have easily offended people with the way she did things. And I think she
Well,
was
she
just
could have
Totally.
done how drag queens do Whitney Houston and come out with powder and start
Right.
yeah,
doing the powder on the nose, and this like every drag
Right.
queen does that. I can list 3 drag queens right now that I've seen, and they probably still do it in their repertoire.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And even Mad TV, like back in the '90s, made fun of her real bad, even when she was alive. I don't think this is.
Yeah.
I don't think this is meant to be offensive, and people. This is
No.
one of
No.
the moments that I don't know.
It feels
Yeah.
like this is
Also,
like that moment was Where's My Backup Singers. It's just one of those things that's
yeah,
iconic and it's like will always be remembered,
So
like
it
whether it
sounds
was
like
good or bad.
Betty, Betty, Betty across the board, and we feel that people need to calm down because that was not it.
totally
Yeah.
ridiculous. But
I smacked my head when I was like decorating and I feel like there's a knot, so I keep like
Oh my god! I
touching my
thought you were
head.
gonna say I smacked my head in the bathtub, and you were gonna like start like,
No.
oh
Oh my god,
no,
no.
I was like,
that was a good
Acid, don't
one,
go there,
Alana.
No,
don't go
I was
there.
plug I was trying there was like a plug under the tree and I decided to take my head all the way under the tree and I smacked it into like this thing that carries the wood so it was not going to move. Like really like got into my head.
Oh
Ouch. Anyway,
gee.
so I keep like thank
Well,
God my
I'll
receding
pray
hairline
for
is
you.
just right where my hair is.
Yeah, thank God.
Um,
Pray for
so,
me.
well, we hope all of you had a really spooky Halloween. We're sorry that we were missing for the past week or two. It's just we all are very busy, famous drag queens, not including myself. I'm not that busy or famous. I I was in Florida. It was hard to make things happen, but we're back and we're bigger and better than ever. Do you guys want to take us out?
Yeah, Daya has her eyebrow nodes growing in. They're nice and dark for some reason.
I filled them in for the
Oh, they're really
pod.
dark. I didn't even
Yeah, I
notice.
filled them in. I tinted
Like
my
just
nubs.
the 1/3 of brow.
You know what?
My
You're
God.
jealous. You're jealous. These little nubs they're carrying, honey.
No, you know what?
Should I
Would you
shave
be
them?
mad
I would be
if I
crazy.
dressed up as you for Halloween?
You guys
I'm
already did it.
I'm
I
gonna
know,
find it
but like
very offensive.
me without her.
That's so offensive, Acid. I can't believe you would
Oh
ask
my
me that.
gosh.
Do you like
Um,
boy Daya? Do you like boy
yeah,
Daya?
and I'll be boy
Yeah.
acid. Wait, that could be kind of sickening. I could be boy acid, and you could be boy Dia. Should we do? Okay, we'll
Oh.
talk. We'll figure this out. I don't know how I'm gonna get hair on my head. We're gonna have to cut. We're just gonna have to cut like the center out of a fucking lace front so I can have some hair. Which, okay, wait, hold on. Question. I want to know your guys'
Anyway,
opinions
we
on this.
digress.
Wait,
Sorry.
I want to know
Yeah.
your opinions. So I am going to be in a wedding for my best friend in December. And she is a very conservative woman. If we met in life today, we probably, I don't know how close we would be because we're just very different kinds of people, but she's been my best friend since I was 5. So we're having this wedding. She's having this wedding at her Catholic church. And because she's having it at a church and
Ah,
it's like this whole ceremony, I can't wear any jewelry, but I'm like, I have gauges. I'm plugging my ears like I need them to stay in, so I have to. I can't have nail polish on, which I was kind of like, I'm still gonna have nail polish. Like, that's just sorry, it's gonna be there. But she won't let me wear my hat. I found this lady on TikTok
ooh.
named Toupee Queen. Toupee Queen. And I want you guys to take a look at her page and let me know what you think of her work because she's out in San Diego. I'm like, maybe I could just like call a day off of work or on my next day off. I could get my little enterprise car up the street and drive down to San Diego. Actually, I don't know how long that is, but maybe. And then go get a toupee. Or is that like crazy of me to
Okay.
do?
I
Is
think
that crazy?
I think you should do it. I think you should
Well,
do it.
this is
I
very
already looked it
realistic.
up.
I've seen people who do like really more extreme
Are you
hair.
looking
This
it
is
up
very
right now?
realistic.
Are you looking it
I
up
just
or
Yeah,
saw
what?
yeah,
her.
Yeah, so I'm like, I
Yeah.
yeah.
don't
See,
know.
I would go with I would go with a more extreme haircut, but you better go with more
Well, and
reserved
on
and
her
cute.
website, she put like there's different price tiers. So you basically like schedule an appointment and then she sits down, does a consultation, and then the appointment's like for 3.5 hours, and she has hair pieces that she dyes and then applies them and cuts and everything. So it's all just done in one fell swoop. Um, but yeah, I'm feeling kind of nervous about it because I'm like, what if I get it and I don't like it, and then I have this really ugly fake looking toupee on my head? Like, what do I do? I just rip it off and shave my head, I guess.
That's why I would go. That's why, yeah, you can, but that's why I would go extreme for like an interesting haircut that you would like a rocker haircut or something, like something that you could
Yeah,
like
I was gonna
literally
do
put
just
makeup
like
on,
a
like do a
kind of like a
drag
faux
look.
hawk, kind of spiky 2000s LMFAO faux hawk or 303, not
Do
LMFAO.
it.
Wrong
I
band.
think you should do it. I think you should do it. And
Little
you end
Brendan
up not using
Urie.
it for the wedding, you use it for something else. Yeah.
Slay. Well, I
Wow,
had a
this
great time this
medication has got him.
episode. I thought this episode was really fun and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it and I'm excited because we might have some more special guests in the near future. And if you guys have any ideas for conversation topics or if you want to call in, we still have our hotline number. Please feel free to call in with questions. Yeah, and thanks for being patient with us. I know we're not very scheduled with our posts, but when we post, baby, it's always going to be a good one. I'm the talkative diva, Diabetti, and these are my two sisters.
Yeah, and totally random. Y'all missed because the one girl who called in, I think about the straight person who was into dildos or things like that, they were at my Halloween party. So you didn't get.
Stop.
I think that's the one that you were
Period.
like, I want a follow up, right?
Okay,
Remember?
do
I
you have a
think you wanted a
follow-up?
Yeah.
follow up. Yeah, she cut. She's local to my Halloween party.
Oh my God. I need to hear all about this. Let's talk about it on the next
Anyway,
episode.
Good
and I
idea.
am the Acid Betty.
I'm a lot of
Yes.
McRiddles, and we're the Petty
And
Betty podcast.
Woo
yes, you watch the Petty Betty
woo.
podcast, and we'll catch you next week if we do one, every week as we're supposed to.
Like and
Bye.
subscribe. Leave us a dirty comment. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, Spotify, YouTube, all that
Nice.
stuff.
Hello, petty people. Thank you for listening to the Petty Betty podcast.
Hit that like and subscribe button, diva. Also, call 347-687-8585.
And leave us a message to be listened to live on the Petty Betty podcast. One advice? Tell us some drama.
We can't wait to hear from you, sister. Let's get petty.